Hello everyone. I hope you're having a good, blessed, and beautiful day on this Saturday. I certainly want to come on and, talk about rapture fatigue. And, I know I'm battling that right now where it's one of those days where I've got the fatigue. I'm just so tired. I'm seeing all of these things happening, and I can't help but think, how much longer, how much more are we gonna see of this, and how much longer? And the fatigue, and then I'm just drained, and I'm trying to make it to the finish line. And it's really hard, and I'm really struggling. And I know there are so many people that are in the same situation where they long for Jesus. They long to go home. They want nothing more than the rapture to happen. And, seeing all of these things happening globally. And the Bible tells us that when we see these things, that the time is here, the time is at hand. But, I can't help but see these things happening and thinking, well, we're still here. And I know that God has a perfect time that's not in our timing, but at the same time, he gives us his word, and he tells us to watch and to look and to heed the warnings and to listen to the prophecies and watch the prophecies taking shape and happening. And we see that right now. We see the end right now. And, though I personally, and this is my personal belief, I personally think that we'll be out of here this year, I can't help but kind of feel so sad. Like, even if let's say it's the end of next month, let's just say, oh my goodness, I feel like the time is just going super slow. I don't know if I can take the wait. I don't know if I can wait that long, because we don't know. We don't know if it's going to be next year, next week, next month, in the next 2 months. We don't know for sure. We can sit here all day and say, well, there's proof to show that it's a high probability next month, which I agree. There is a high probability. I agree with everything that has been presented with the rapture signs, the 7-year covenant, the bricks, all of that. It seems like September is already packed full, and we haven't even entered September yet. So, with the evidence that has been presented, I've seen even people that have never before said, I believe that the rapture is going to happen this year, or even people who would never even say, well, I believe, this Feast of Trumpets. They're coming out and saying it. And there's people that, may never have been a rapture watcher or would never say anything like that. They're coming out and they're saying it. And people are even showing good evidence for a possible September rapture. Evidence that you can't really deny. And these unusual events that seem to be happening at a more frequent rate, people are beginning to see things in the skies. They're beginning to question and wonder, what is that? They're being fed the lie that it's aliens or Project Bluebeam, which sometimes it may be Project Bluebeam to cause people to have deceptions. But they're hearing things in the sky. I've seen and heard some things from videos that were in the sky, and it sounds like a trumpet blast or something, even like a groaning or growling or something. And I know for myself and so many others, but for myself speaking, I feel like I am so beaten up, and I'm crawling to that finish line with barely enough strength to hold it together. I feel like I am not going to make it another day. I feel like, I'm just so beaten up, and I'm tired and weary, and I'm longing for Jesus, because I heard it said one time that, what is your purpose of wanting the rapture to happen so fast and so soon? Are you wanting to be with Jesus, or are you just wanting to get out of this world? And I think a lot of us lose focus of the reasoning why we want the rapture to happen. We're so focused on just no pain, no crying, no tears. And I get that. I truly do. But we have to remember that our purpose for going in the rapture is to be with Jesus forever, and to see his face, and to cling to him, and cling to his robe, and bow at his feet. And I cannot wait for that moment. I can't wait to see him saying, well done, or hearing him say, well done. I can't wait to hear those trumpets, knowing that it is our final trumpet call, that we are finally receiving our new bodies and our new life. And, as I said, there is very compelling evidence to prove, or not to prove, but to show that the rapture could possibly happen next month. And I certainly do hope so, because I have fallen victim to the 2019 rapture stuff. But this one is different. This feels differently than that one. I remember feeling what I felt back then. This one feels different. This feels, and I think it's because so many people who generally wouldn't say this is the year are now saying this is the year, and they're saying it boldly. Even pastors that I listen to, J.D. Farag, he'll usually will say, the time is coming, or Jesus is coming, or, this is the end, or whatever. But he has never, in the, I think 6-7 years since I've listened to him, I don't know if he has before, but just in that time period that I've listened to him, he has never once said, this is the year. And he said it last Sunday. And I think even tomorrow in his prophecy update, he's going to be talking about what if it is this year. Which, if we do math calculations, there's so many people that do these math calculations and stuff, and every time they do these math, and they're different people, they don't know each other, and they all come up with the same 2023. And, this 2030 agenda, they want everything to be done by then. And, we don't know how long if there is a gap, a year gap, possibly. It could be a possible year gap, before the tribulation begins. It could be, everything has to continue to line up. The Antichrist has to come on the scene. There's just a lot. But we're seeing the tribulation stuff that's going to be happening in the tribulation happening now. And it just makes me wonder, Lord, how much longer? We see these things happening. We know that it's a pre-trib, so I don't want people thinking that I've changed my mind on that, because it is 100% a pre-trib rapture. But, we see these things happening, and we're thinking, okay, this stuff is going to happen in the tribulation. So, I don't know, guys. I'm weary, I'm tired, and I'm right there with you guys. I'm crawling to that finish line with everybody. I've lost my strength. I feel very tired. I don't see a future here. I don't even see, I try to picture, even 5 years down the road, and I can't see it, because look at everything that has happened just in this year. And we're only in August. Look at everything that has happened, and look at everything that they're planning for. Coconut must see something. What does she see? Well, she sees the dog next door. Oh, there she goes. You know, everything that they're planning for in the next few months of the year. And then remember that the red heifers are only going to get older. They haven't found them for 2,000 years, and all of a sudden they have them. The one is going to be of age this September. They might possibly hold out and wait until next year, until it's a little bit older by a few months. But if they really wanted to, it's of age this September. And with as eager as they are, I can't imagine them waiting much longer. And those cows are only going to get older and older, and the older they get, the more white hairs they get. So, you know, if for that sake, you know, they're already going to be 2 years old, and they have to be sacrificed at 2, between the ages of 2. So, and next year they're going to be 2. So I can't imagine us being here for even that. So I don't know, guys, just hang tight with me. I'm weary, tired, and I know you guys are too. So I know you guys understand what I'm going through, what I'm feeling, and we're all crying out. We all have this battle cry to the Lord, that may today be the day. May today be the day of your return, that you're gonna come back, and I trust you. I trust your ways. I trust your word. I trust that he says what he means when he says that he's coming back. He is, but I don't know, guys. Just keep your eyes on the sky. Keep your ears listening, and keep, you know, watching prophecy. I'll try to keep updated with you guys to let you know anything that can happen or is happening. Unless you're on my Telegram channel, then you can kind of see I post on there quite a bit, a bunch of different articles and stuff that I can't post here. But anyways, guys, I love you guys, and thank you for sticking around while I babble. So I love you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.